Hello everyone and welcome to episode 10 of the Pro Wrestling Noah 2012 series here on the channel, as it is the Global Tag League. One block, 10 of the best tag teams in Pro Wrestling Noah battling it out for the superior crown that is the Global Tag League, and to find out who is the best tag team in Pro Wrestling Noah, and even for teams to have a chance to knock out the current GHC Tag Team Champions in the Kings of Wrestling. So that's always very fun as well. Should be a pretty good tournament. It's not as good as it used to be, on paper at least, because we were going to have Manabu Soya, Saya Sanada, but that's not happening now. As, we can go through the 10 tag teams that look a little bit like this, but we do have actually 2 tour goals, as usually we don't have any tour goals, but because we'll only have one block, obviously, between the 10 teams, we're going to need to book some undercard stuff for the entire tour, so that's fun. So that should be, at least something to do as far as something to look forward to, as far as what can be changed throughout the tour. But I know one thing's for sure, we will be losing Jimmy Yang. Giant Gate's going to sign an exclusive deal again. Don't really feel like having a bidding war for Jimmy Yang, just don't feel like it's necessary. So we're just going to drop him out up until that point. So basically throughout this tour, and then probably at the Great Voyage in Osaka Volume 2 show, we might still have him for his final appearance, probably. As, the 10 teams are as followed for the Global Tag League. We got Bison Smith and Keith Walker, Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi, Jun Akiyama and Akitoshi Saito, the Kings of Wrestling, of course, the GHC Heavyweight Champions, GHC Tag Team Champions, rather, as the Heavyweight Tag Champs, Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama, representing No Mercy, Kenta Miyahara and Katsuhiko Nakajima, representing Kensuke Office, Masato Tanaka and Shuji Shikawa, the team that's had the most recent challenge of the Tag Team Champions, and then Naomichi Marufuji and Kira Taue, Strong Big Japan, of course, representing Big Japan, and then Wild 2, that is Takeshi Morishima and Takeshi Rikio, as these 10 teams will battle it out for the next 9 shows, and of course, the winner and runner-up, the teams that finish 1 and 2 in the round-robin tournament will battle it out in the main event of the Great Voyage in Osaka Volume 2. You already see that we're going to have a match already lined up. It's going to be Laughter 7 of Kendo Kashin and Kushida against the No Mercy team of Low Ki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So we got that going for us. And, obviously the main event, whoever wins the block and then also the runner-up, will then battle out to fully determine who is the winner of the Global Tag League. That should be very, very fun, as obviously we have pretty much everything pre-booked, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it. Let's waste no time here. We've had the first show and the last show be set as an active, normal show, so we're going to have a sellout crowd, as it's looking like it's going to be at the as we have a backstage incident, but it looks like it's going to be the Sayama Super Arena, as Kushida brought pizza for everyone, and which made everyone happy. Hell yeah, Kushida's bringing pizza, even though he's not booked in the tag league. As, the Sayama Super Arena, 35,000 people will be in attendance, so damn near a sellout, and just kind of, we were at 36,000, so a little short, but maybe some people will pack in here, as obviously we just ran the Sayama Super Arena just a mere 2 weeks ago, as just literally 2 weeks ago, and in one extra day, as then obviously we saw Shibata and Go, as Shibata's kind of basically the new number 1 contender against Kenta, as Kenta beating his Laughter 7 brethren in Kazuchi Sakuraba in the main event, as we also saw Kobashi teaming up with Kings of Wrestling against Kensuke Office, so that was fun. And some tag stuff happening throughout the card as well. But now, for this, obviously, we have basically everything set. For the main event, I think it's a no-brainer here. And Kenta Yoshihiro Takayama of No Mercy against Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi, very much an anti-No Mercy union versus No Mercy match. And Go Shiozaki will win, and he's actually going to beat the champion Kenta, which is awesome for Go, and that's a huge win for him. He needs it. He needs a big win like this. And poor Kenta taking a fall there. It's going 23 minutes, too, kind of short for what kind of is expected for a lot of the main events we're going to have on the tour. But still, I think it's going to be pretty fun. Co-main event is probably going to be Katsuhiko Nakajima, Kento Miyahara against Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa. Should be a very, very good match, and the Masato Tanaka Shuji Ishikawa team will win, beating the Kensuke Office team, as Tanaka's going to beat Kento Miyahara, and that's going to go 20 minutes. Then we'll probably have Kings of Wrestling against Jun Akiyama, Akitoshi Saito. We're just going to have Claudio get the win there for his team in 15 minutes. We're going to set this for Steal the Show, even though it probably won't, but you never know, obviously, with Hiro and Claudio. Really, Hiro. I mean, Hiro's probably going to have the best ratings out of anyone. He has been so far in Pro Wrestling now, so he's probably going to kill it there. And probably Taue, Marufuji, Morishima, Rikio. Obviously, the Morishima and Marufuji, no strangers with each other, and they're going to be the two best guys in the match. Morishima's going to beat Marufuji, and just the history between those two, as we'll just go ahead, All and Naomichi Marufuji, as you saw at just kind of way back in at the Global League, they had the time limit draw, which then led to the tiebreaker at the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 4, which was Morishima winning, going on to take on Kenta at the first navigation. But then at the Great Voyage Tour, Day 5, right before the end of the tour, we had Marufuji and Morishima again in a singles match, kind of like a rematch from that to break the trilogy. And Morishima, or as to create the trilogy rather, as Marufuji beat Morishima there, so they're 1-1-1, and now we're gonna have Morishima beat Marufuji in a tag there, as I think that's just some fun storytelling there, kind of long. I wouldn't say longish term, more like somewhat like a medium length storytelling there. As then Bison Smith, Keith Walker, Strong Big Japan obviously getting the win there. So we could have 6 matches, or we're going to have 8. I'm going to go with 6 probably. Just feel like that's the easiest way of going about this. And we'll go ahead and start the Jimmy Yang losing tour, because he's got warm momentum. And, just a junior that could probably use a win here and there. That actually, we might do... Yeah, I think Atsuki Aoki's first. Atsuki Aoki getting the first win. We'll kind of slowly get, worse and worse guys for him. We'll give it 16, and Aoki's going to get the win there, obviously. But pretty fun opener, if I do say so myself. And we go. Alright. So, yeah, I think a 6-match length show is kind of perfect for what we want to do. And plus it's a singles match, so it kind of changes up the format of the show. So yeah, the first day already in the books. Well, 76, goddamn, as Jimmy Yang with a 72, as Aoki with a 63, as he wins with the assault point at 15:49. Got the crowd hotter. Got that, started the show off great. We're not gonna have a better opener than this, not for a long time at least. As a 63 for the next match, as Strong Big Japan carrying Bison Smith and Keith Walker through this one, as Yuji Kobayashi gets the win this time with the Brainbuster for Strong Big Japan, and that's 2 points for them. Taue and Marufuji against Morishima and Rikio of formerly Wild 2, as Morishima pinning Marufuji with the Maze Impact. 81 from Naomichi Marufuji, 74 for Takeshi Morishima. So, close one. Marufuji and Taue probably should have won, but either way, it's still probably just went a little too short, according to the notes there, the Road Agent notes. As 72 for this tag match of Hiro and Claudio. Chris Hero with an 87. Crazy. As Claudio with the Ricola Bomb on Akitoshi Saito. As Claudio with 73, 64 for Jun Akiyama, and Akitoshi Saito with a 36. Just get dragged to that 72. Great performance, obviously, from Kings of Wrestling. No surprise there. And, really, we kind of have I've had a trend of where the champion loses the first night on the tag league, or any type of league that we've done in Pro Signola, and even in the New Japan Series, too. We changed it up there that time. Wanted to give Kings of Wrestling a win there, and I felt like it made sense. As a 71 for the next match, as Ishikawa's injury still affecting him. Miyahara was off his game. And Masato Tanaka's off his game, which kind of hurt the match in general, but Masato Tanaka pinning Kento Miyahara with the Roaring Elbow, as Nakajima carrying the match. Wrong team won, and that's kind of is what it is there. Really, if Ishikawa's not injured, that's a different story, but That is a slight upset, I would say, for Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa to get the win there. And in the 80, we have Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama losing to Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi's Go, pinning Kenta with a Go Flasher. 81 for Kenta Kobashi, 80 for Kenta, 73 for Go Shiozaki, 61 for Takayama. Not enough selling shown. Welcome again to a Pro Wrestling Noah main event. Welcome to Japanese Pro Wrestling. As I mean, it's a good show. Good show. Aoki and Jimmy Yang, second best thing on the card. Pretty nuts. That's how you pull out an opener out of your ass, I guess. But yeah, at least the main event delivered. That's all I could really ask for. I'm gonna give some love to Go here. I'm gonna give some love to really Kenta Kobashi just for having a great performance. And Jimmy Yang, listen, he might be leaving us, but there's no ill will here, at least for now, as we'll give him a hug. As everyone was pleased, and Jimmy Yang seemed pleased. Good stuff. Alright, 1 day down, 8 to go. It's on to day 2. Alright, day 2, obviously going to be in a much smaller venue, and we're going to change it out of Kanto to somewhere at least where we haven't ran in a while. As, yes, perfect. As the Hiroshima Astor Plaza works for me, 800 people. Actually, we're at 969. We could probably run 1,000 if that is possible. That'd be great. Instead of just going 800. Even, we'll try 950. We'll see if there's anything. No, of course there's not. Let's just stick with 900 for now. 2,000. There we go, 1,000. Uchu Municipal Wood Arena. I think that's probably our only option. Yep. Perfect. I mean, close to sellout. And so obviously we want to have a solid main event, and I think there's not a better one than the Kings of Wrestling against Kento Miyahara and Katsuhiko Nakajima. And wouldn't you know it, the young kids get the win. Kinsuke Office, Kento Miyahara and Katsuhiko Nakajima beating the Kings of Wrestling, as Kento Miyahara is going to beat Chris Hero too. I'm curious to see how Chris Hero takes this. Wow, puts him over clean. What a good brother. As fucking awesome. So the co-main, it's a tough one. Tough one to call. Because I think it's Jun Akiyama, Akitoshi Saito against Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki, with Go beating Akitoshi Saito there in 16. We got Jun, will have to be Kinsuke there. And then probably Kento and Takayama. Or Kenta and Takayama, got Kento Miyahara on the brain. Against Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa, with Kenta beating Masato Tanaka there to bounce back after losing to Go Shiozaki on the last show. And then Kyoto and Naomichi Marufuji against Strong Big Japan. Fun match. We've done it before. Oh no, we haven't done this before. Never mind. That's right. We did Taue and Marufuji against Manabu Soya and Saya Sanada twice. That's what it was. But Daisuke's going to beat Akira Taue there. Tough loss for Marufuji. I would say tough loss for Taue too, but Taue is definitely going to be the worst guy in the match. Saw he was a road agent right when I clicked on it. And then the opener will be Bison Smith, Keith Walker against Morishima and Rikio, as obviously Morishima, best guy in the match, will get the win there for his team. And we do need to steal the show, which probably, I guess we'll have it be this, because it probably will. 3 out of the 4 will. Pretty good stuff there. And just to, I don't want to overuse Jimmy Yang at the same time, though. Fuck it, might as well. Back-to-back nights. As, well, let's see what Junior that he can lose to that it's not. I guess Kushida, maybe? There we go. Go 16 again, as Kushida will get the win. Alright. And that is day 2. Let's see how it looks. It's a 71. And there's Jimmy Yang kind of going a little bit down, as 62 for Jimmy Yang, 61 for Kushida. It's Kushida with the Kushida lock in 1547. Got the shove to strong start as well. 53. Not great here as Morishima could not do it. He couldn't carry it, as Morishima pinning Keith Walker with a backdrop driver. Still carried the match though for sure. And that will be 4 points for Morishima and Rikio. Strong start, 2-0. As Morishima was angry after the match, upset that Bison Smith almost injured him with a botch. That's the last thing we need, somebody getting hurt, especially this early in the tournament, as Daisuke Sakamoto and Yuji Kobayashi beat the Akira Taue Naomichi Marufuji team, as Daisuke pinning Taue with the moonsault press. Yeah, Taue with a 35, 60 for Yuji Kobayashi, 63 for Daisuke. Taue was off his game too to even make it worse, but I got the crowd buzzing at least. As a 68 for the next match is Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama beating the Masato Tanaka Shuji Ishikawa team. Yeah, Ishikawa's injury is not doing him any favors. That sucks too, because he was doing fantastic before that injury. Kenta carrying this one with a 73-56 for Takayama, second best guy in the match. And Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa, just not great. Not a great start for Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa, as now Kenta and Takayama get their first win of the tournament. And a 69 for Jun Akiyama and Akatoshi Saito against Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi. As Go pinning Akatoshi Saito with a moonsault. That would be 4 points for them. 2-0, beating the already impressive Kenta and Takayama team, but then carrying on another win with Jun Akiyama and Akatoshi Saito taking the fall there. And in the main event, another 69. Kenta Miyahara, Katsuhiko Nakajima beat the Chris Hero, Claudio Castagnoli, Kings of Wrestling, the GHC Tag Team Champions. And in the first time, I want to say, at least, first time that they have lost a tag match in the series, which is nuts. That's a lot of time winning, and it's shown with their in-ring performance. They finally get grounded by a team, and it's the young gun. One might say it's Waiko. It's the young Kings of Wrestling. Kenta Miyahara and Katsuhiko Nakajima. And the main event there. No pop change, that's okay. Best thing was an opener that wasn't even associated with the tournament. But that's okay, though. I think it still was a pretty good show. Besides the Morishima Rikio, Bison Smith, Keith Walker match. But that's okay. Somebody had to replace the Manabu Soya Sonata team, and it just happened to be Bison Smith, Keith Walker. Not great, but kind of was running slim on tag teams. As on to day 3 we go. And let's, again, hopefully nobody gets fucking hurt. It's still very, very early in the tournament. We'd be fucked. Alright, day 3. As we're going to look to pivot again to somewhere that we haven't been to. So February could work. Yep. February probably will be. Doesn't really matter where. As I know we usually run the Sapporo Brewers Hall. I wanted to see if there's any more, but I think that... Oh, now we got this Town Center gym. Yeah, we'll go there. Change it up a bit. As the main event will probably be Kenta and Takayama against Strong Big Japan, with Kenta and Takayama beating Strong Big Japan. That should be a very good match, though. We're going to give this a little bit more time. I was kind of a little skimming on the time there. 26 minutes. Maybe a little too long. 24 sounds good to me. As No Mercy are going to get the win there. Co-main event's going to be a tough one to call. Because, now we're kind of seeing a little bit more one-sided affairs for this night. I would say Taue Marufuji, Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa, but obviously Shuji Ishikawa's injury is going to bring that down a little bit. So I think it's going to be Kensuke Office against Jun Akiyama, Akatoshi Saito, with Kensuke Office getting another win, as Akatoshi Saito is going to take the fall there. Katsuhiko Nakajima going to get the win. Big time win for Kensuke Office. They are looking to have a great start to this Global Tag League here. Then we'll probably go in Kobashi against Bison Smith, Keith Walker, because of how good Go and Kenta Kobashi have been so far. Then we'll do Taue, and we'll do Taue, Marufuji, Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa as the opener, and Ishikawa's going to beat Taue, so 0 for 3 will be Akira Taue and Naomichi Marufuji so far, which is not great. Not a great start. We'll have that be 16. I was having this match be down, but, Morishima, Kings of Wrestling, seems like it's going to be great. That actually might be the co-main now. So we're going to give that 18 minutes, though, and Kings of Wrestling will get the win, as Hero's going to pin Rikio. As we need to steal the show, and probably the best one will be this. There we go. As I was thinking about giving a little less time on this match, but I think we'll just keep it as is. We'll give Jimmy Yang a break. We have signed rather Johnny the Bolt Stamboli, which again love that the pictures from 2003. As we have just the pop is crazy. I don't know what the fuck happened, but he got signed by Dragon Gate and Big Japan. He has been killing it in Dragon Gate, which is just hilarious. And like obviously he's getting carried in this match, but even like so, like it's a 58. It's not bad. He's the fourth best guy, and which sure there's 6 people in the match, so it's not great, but like still, like he does pretty well for himself. As there's like, and it's crazy that Devitt's in Dragon Gate too, which is kind of fitting. But like he just beat like Machizuki, which is just nuts. And like he's the ORE Gate champion. Like that's just, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Dragon Gate, but it's just crazy. I just kind of want to see what he would do here in Noah. So we got him just as far as like he'll kick off the show. Not really sure who he'll face. We also have signed Yuji Hino, who has amazing stats in the game, which is awesome, being a huge Yuji Hino fan. And his pop's pretty good, at least in Kanto. Everywhere else it kind of stinks. So we actually might do Johnny Stamboli and Yuji Hino, just to kind of see where everybody's at. Obviously, Yuji Hino's stats, his pop-wise, not great. It's great in Kanto, but everywhere else is kind of shit. So we just need to pay attention to that and get that to where everywhere around is great as far as his pop spread across Japan. So that's what we're going to do here with Stamboli going to beat Yuji Hino, which is a match I never thought I would say out loud as far as that match. I'm booking that match as far as, first of all, and second of all, just what in the Sam hell would that match be? Like, I'm trying to think of when was the last time I saw a Johnny Stamboli match, which, God bless him, super underrated. It came around at a time where you kind of, obviously dying days of WCW, stuck with Vito, which, I mean, he was athletics, just crazy athletic for a guy that size. Of course, I think everybody knows, like, the spots of, like, him and Rikishi, where he's, like, power pressing Rikishi above his head and just doing crazy shit. I would have loved, more than anything, if he would have done, like, an indie run at that time. But, like, just that was kind of not the par for the course at that time, where former guys who were, like, from that era, and then once getting released from WWE, they didn't just like go into things, they're pretty much done. But let's see how this match goes here. It's a 53-49s for both men, with the forget about it. It's, Johnny Stamboli gets the win in 11:34. Just what is this series? Like just what is it? As it's fucking hilarious. What that opener is. A 57 for the next match here, as the Masato Tanaka Shuji Ishikawa team beats the Akira Taue Naomichi Fuji team, as Ishikawa pinning Akira Taue there with the Hawaiian splash. So it's close, but I think the wrong team won, thanks to Masato Tanaka being off his game, and obviously the chemistry boost for Taue and Marufuji. As, Masato Tanaka Shuji Ishikawa, great team when, Masato Tanaka's on his game and Shuji Ishikawa's not hurt. 62 for Bison Smith, Keith Walker against Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki. It's Kobashi getting the win with a burning lariat on Bison Smith. The 66s for both Kobashi and Shiozaki, as then a 47 for Bison Smith, 38 for Keith Walker. Bison Smith almost in the 50s. Another 62 here, as Katsuhiko Nakajima pinning Akatoshi Saito. Joe Nakayama, best guy in the match. God bless him. As Nakajima and Miyahara with 69, with 60 and 59 rather, and then 38 for Akatoshi Saito. Again, the announcing doing a great job lifting the match. Got the crowd hotter as well, which it's a 73 for Hiro and Claudio against Takeshi Morishima and Takeshi Rikio. As Hiro pinning Rikio with a death blow. Morishima with 69 almost outperformed Claudio, which is crazy because obviously Claudio was getting outperformed by Morishima many times. And now not so much. Now Claudio's on the same footing. And then a 70 for the main event of the wrong main event. But Kenta getting the Busaiku knee over Yuji Okabayashi, which figured he would do a little bit better than that. But he got a 54 to Okabayashi. Kenta with a 76. 63 for Daisuke, outperforming Yoshihiro Takayama, which is awesome. And Takayama, of course, 57. We're talking about him. And, 3 shows down. Again with a 69. Probably would have been a little bit better had the 73 been on last, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. As on to day 4 we go. we just keep on rolling here with this global tag league. Alright, day 4, as we'll go through the backstage incident, which is Ogawa. It brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of his colleagues. As we'll go over real quick. Actually, well, I want to change the venue. As to... I guess we could run Osaka. I figured we'd run Osaka a little later, to be honest. As, yeah, and then we'll see what we can do. So we got the Iwate Town Training Center, if we want to. So we'll pump this down a little bit to 950 to 1,000. There we go. Wow, we got a lot of different options. As I guess we'll go with this gym here. That's nuts. Alright, so where we're at in the tag league so far, we have Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi leading it with 6-3-0. The only team to not lose yet. We have a, obviously, big tie for second place here with 6 teams with 4 points. KOW, Kenta Takayama, Miyahara Nakajima, Masato Naka, Shuji Shikawa, Strongway Japan, and Morishima Rikio. And then 3 teams with 0 points of Akira Taue, Naomi Fuji, Jun Akiyama, Akitoshi Saito, and then Bison Smith, Keith Walker. Still very, very early, obviously, but that's just kind of where we're at as far as the first 3 shows down. As the main event, it will probably be, man, it's a tough one because I think it should be King's Wrestling Strongway Japan. I think that's the play. Claudio and Hero will get the wins. Claudio's going to pin whoever. Didn't really pick there. And then we'll probably do, I guess, Go, Kobashi, Taue, and Marufuji. Marufuji gets a win as he is actually going to beat Kenta Kobashi. He's going to beat Kobashi. We're probably going to have to keep Kobashi strong. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Oh, Taue was the road agents. There we go. So there, they get their first points of the tournament. They stop the undefeated team. Then we'll probably do Akiyama, or we'll rather do Kinsuke Office and Morishima and Rikio. So Morishima's going to get the win for the Wild 2 team as they'll beat the Kinsuke Office team, as Morishima's going to pin Nakajima there. And pretty crazy that Kenta and Takayama, Jun Akiyama, Akitoshi Saito is going to be kind of somewhere in the middle, or kind of towards the lower end of the card, rather, as Takayama's going to get the win there. And then the opener, and what will be the worst match of the tournament, by far, Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa against Bison Smith, Keith Walker. And we're going to give Masato Tanaka the win over Keith Walker there. So yeah, we've actually not even at the time limit, which usually we're already past it by this point. And let's see here. Let's just kind of see who we can use in the opener. We do have Ultimate Dragon that we can throw out there against somebody. Not really sure who. Because I'm not really sure if I want to have him beat somebody yet, or what. Actually, I think we're going to rematch Jimmy Yang Ultimo Dragon again. And this time, Ultimo Dragon's going to beat him. Even though, obviously, Ultimo Dragon's going to get outperformed. Actually, Jimmy Yang, and then Ogawa. Just to get Ogawa's momentum back up. There we go. Just like, oh, no, yeah, that's good. That's, open slow build. It's all over the place. We got to get rid of the Ultimo Dragon. There we go. Perfect. Go day 4. Let's see how it goes. Jimmy Yang carrying Ogawa to this match here with a 63, as he gets the one with the back. As Ogawa gets the one with the backdrop suplex in 15:48. It's 47 for Ogawa, 63 for Jimmy Yang. It's a 54. Steep decline there. It's Masato Tanaka carrying this one as he pins Keith Walker with the sliding D in 9 minutes and 56 seconds. The probably one and only tag match here that's going to go below 10 minutes. It's a 55 for Tanaka, 44 for Bison Smith, 42 for Ishikawa, and a 39 for Keith Walker. Crazy that Keith Walker almost outperformed somebody. took a big injury toll, but he almost did. As a 67 for Kenta Takayama against Jun Akiyama, and Akitoshi Saito as Takayama pinning Akiyama with the Everest suplex. It's a fun match there, besides Akitoshi Saito being involved. 63 for Nakajima and Miyahara against Morishima and Rikio, as Morishima with the 69. 60s for Miyahara and Nakajima. Probably the wrong team won there, but I wanted to give Morishima a nice win and have him beat the established kind of junior talent that is Katsuhiko Nakajima there. As a 64 for Go Shiozaki, Kenta Kobashi against Akira Taue and Naomichi Marufuji. Marufuji, best guy in the match. Hell yeah, I'm assuming that's because of the great chemistry bonus. As Marufuji killing it, getting the win over Kenta Kobashi with the Shiranyu. And that's a 64. And in the main event, the Kings of Wrestling beat Strong Big Japan 22 minutes. Claudio hitting the Ricola bomb on Yuji Kobayashi. I would pay all the money to be seeing that. That's Chris Hero with an 81. Claudio with a 71. Daisuke with a 62. Yuji Kobayashi with a 58. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Not bad at all, especially for a first-time meeting. And, usually Strong Big Japan does a little bit better than that. But obviously, not a select show. You want to go to Japanese Breath. As, yeah, I mean, that's probably one of our better shows that we've done as far as, for a hot minute there. Thanks for a great main event with Kings of Wrestling Strong Big Japan. Definitely the best show since our first show that we've done in the Global Tag League. But we're now 4 shows in. Can't believe it. Doesn't seem like we've been at it for that long. We've just been flying by, it seems like. As, yeah, on to day 5 we go. Alright, day 5. As backstage incident. Alex Kinskate passing on tips and microphone work to Kento Miyahara. Perfect. And I think we're now pretty much relatively... Nope, we still have 1 February, huh? There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right, it's Osaka. I think it'd be fine for just, since we're kind of at the halfway point, if we run that again, at day 9 or whatever, it'd be fine, obviously. So, yeah, we can, we'll go to the Osaka Welfare Hall, Art Hall, as, our main event will probably be, Taue Marufuji Kings of Wrestling is probably not a bad idea. As Claudio is going to beat Taue there, and again, Claudio, this has really been his tour to really help him try to get on the same level as Chris Hero. We gave it 18, which is a little short. We might change that, we might keep it as that. It's Taue, road agent, that would be Akiyama. There we go. As we'll probably won't add that later. We'll probably add that later on, rather. Kenta, Takayama, Morishima, Rikio, not a bad match there. Kenta's gonna get the win no matter who he beats there. We have this for 14. I guess we could set it for Steal the Show. Not a bad idea. Because, this could be a co-main event as well, either way. And, they have not had a tag match. They've had 6-mans against each other, but not a tag match yet. So that's very fun. And Kensuke Office will beat Strong Big Japan. There's Miyahara's gonna pin Okabayashi. I think we're going to have it there, to be honest. I think that's what we're going to do. And then, now we'll do Go, Kobashi, and Masato Nakashuchi Ishikawa's Go is going to win. I don't care who he beats. And Bison Smith, Keith Walker against Jun Akiyama, Nakatoshi Saito. Obviously, the best guy in the match is going to get the win there. And Jun Akiyama, of course, he's the road agent. There we go. As I want to bump this down as far as time. We can make it 14. Yeah, I think that's fair. So obviously we're going to be back down a little below the mark as far as that goes. And now, Jimmy Yang again could probably take a fall. And we still have Keno that we're wanting to improve. We got a lot of people that I'm wanting to kind of work with. We have a lot of passion project going on right now. Pero Aguayo, another person who's been a passion project for a while. And I guess we could do Ultimo Dragon and him. We could also do Yoshitone. I guess we could have him beat Jimmy Yang. That's a little too extreme though. As we'll just have Yoshitone, cause we'll probably just have Yoshitone beat him. I guess we'll go the other way around too. Have Yoshitone lose to him, but we'll go with that. Keno getting the win there. Alright, day 5. Ready to go. Let's see what happens. Yep, Yoshito, 51, 40 for Keno. Poor way to start the crowd, and cooled it down a little bit as well. Thanks to Keno not being over enough. I would say Yoshito as well, but again, it is what it is. As a 51 for this match, as Jun Akiyama and Akitoshi Saito get the win. As Akitoshi Saito and Keith Walker did the worst. Both 38s. Keith Walker was off his game, though, so at least he has that to hold his head up high for. And then Bison Smith with a 46-58 for Jun Akiyama. Jun Akiyama winning with the Exploder. It's a 66 for Go and Kenta Kobashi against Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa, as Go pinning Ishikawa with a moonsault in 14-12. So then Go Shiozaki, beautiful moonsault. Nuts for a guy that big to be doing the moonsault like that. That was pretty perfect. I would say it's even better than Kobashi's moonsault. Yeah, I mean, Kobashi, again, best guy in the match. Pretty crazy. And, literally he retires next year. And he's still, doing, 69s here in the mod. Pretty great. So 67 for Kenta and Takayama against Morishima and Rikio. It's Kenta carrying this one. Well, I wouldn't say that, actually. Morishima with a 69 is slightly behind him. Takayama, though, with a 57 is not great. Rikio with a 39, not great as well, as Kenta put the go to sleep on Rikio in 13-33. Ooh. Not enough selling shown, because this should have been really good. At least I thought. But it was not it, though. Strong Big Japan was the team to win in this one. The wrong team won here. As Miyahara pinning Yuji Kobayashi with Northern Light Suplex in 18-11. 73 main event. As Chris here with the 79, best guy in the match. Claudio and Marufuji did the same, 73s. And then Taue with a 40. Taue there to put over Claudio. As an 18-28, probably could have gave it a little bit more time, but still it gets saved because of that main event. God bless Kings of Wrestling. As crazy. Absolutely crazy there. So, man, we'll take a look at the standings going into day 6 now. As just crazy. We only have 4 more shows left which of this tag league. Nuts. Can't believe we're there. We are just rolling through it. Yeah, on to day 6 we go. Alright, day 6. We're now, we'll just kind of see what's the main, but I don't think we're going to run Kanto for the rest of the tour, obviously, until the last bit here. As, we'll probably, since we're kind of in March everywhere, I guess we could just go Chubu. As, see how many people, if we can just have, we'll just throw 2,000 out there. Yeah, that way we're at the. We could go in a city gymnasium. We had a sellout the last time we did it. We might do 1,300. The Kamakori Citizen Center. Just to see. Sometimes, obviously, probably won't be full capacity, but you never know. You never know. Might as well risk it all. As main event's definitely going to be Kenta and Takayama against Nakajima and Keno. But before we get to that, though, I do want to go over the tag league standings as of right now. Going into day 6, 5 shows in, we have a 3-way tie for first: Go Shiozaki, Kenta Kobashi, Kings of Wrestling, and Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama. As we then have a 3-way tie for second place, as Kenta Miyahara, Katsuhiko Nakajima, Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa, and Morishima and Rikio. And then Strong Big Japan, the only team with 4 points. Taue and Jun Akiyama and Akitoshi Saito, the only teams with 2 points. And then the team in dead last hasn't won yet. Bison Smith, Keith Walker. I don't know what it is about the first. Let's just kind of go through. So yeah, Bison Smith, obviously Block A, didn't have any points. Block B didn't have any points with Akitoshi Saito. Luckily, Aoki and Shelly broke that mold. And so did the Anti-No Mercy Union. But it's just kind of crazy that so far in the Global League and the Global Tag League, the team that's in alphabetically ordered as far as the number 1 team, because that's, in case you didn't know, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's in alphabetical order. Close. Sometimes I just fuck up and just we got it in the wrong order, might as well just keep it. But it's just kind of funny that that's worked out the way it has so far. Yeah, this is now a big time matchup here, and Kenta will win for the No Mercy team. They're gonna beat Kinsuke Office, which even if they don't finish in the top 2, they're winners in my book. They beat the tag champs, so great tour for them already, and they don't even have to finish it. As Kenta will get that. That's going to go 26 minutes, too. Honestly, it wouldn't be... I mean, I would still say that No Mercy will outperform them because of Kenta's rating, but it's probably going to be closer than what I would assume going into it would be. Just kind of, in my opinion. As far as the co-main event, probably be Morishima and Rikio against Go and Kobashi, as Kobashi will get the win, beating Rikio and Morishima, as Go's going to pin Morishima, and then Taue, Marufuji, Jun Akiyama, Akatoshi Saito, as Marufuji's going to beat Akatoshi Saito. I want to say we've done this match. Yeah, where this is the trilogy match, funny enough. So that's fun. As so we got a 63 at the Great Voyage in Osaka. Probably do a little bit better this time around. We'll see. As of course, and we'll have Kinsuke be the road agent. Then probably Bison Smith, Keith Walker, Kings Wrestling, because of how Kings Wrestling will do. Of course, Claudio, because this has been his fucking tour. We'll get another win here. Just curious to see how his pop 57s. And Heroes is, I think, yeah, pretty goddamn high. But I think, to be fair, I think Hero was a little bit more... Yeah, it was like in the 20s. I don't think Claudio... I think he was like in the 10s. Yeah, he was right at 10. So he has a little bit more to gain on him. A lot more ground to cover for him. But he's getting there. He's getting close. And then the opener, Strong Big Japan against Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa. Strong Big Japan rightfully getting the win there as Daisuke's going to pin Masato Tanaka. That's going to go not that long, obviously, because of now, with the injury still. There we go, as Masato Tanaka is fucking pissed. Which, I mean, Daisuke's pop isn't great, and I'm assuming Masato Tanaka's... I mean, it's not that crazy of a difference, but if you want to complain, Masato Tanaka, you'll get your way. There you go. So, I think now we'll start having Jimmy Yang get some losses his way. Because, I mean, it's crazy. His pop is at 60. I feel like because of him working Dragon Gate, it's not going to go that low. Yeah, he's literally the highest he's ever been. I think we need to do something drastic here. And, I think either Zach could beat him. I kind of want to have Zach beat him at the actual final show. So I guess we could go with Harada. Maybe Kyle O'Reilly. Oh yeah, Kyle O'Reilly's is pretty low. Kushida already beat him. Yeah, trying to think who would also be another good candidate. Pretty close. Roddy, again, another crazy one. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of good options. But it's going to come down. I think we're going to just have Daisuke Harada beat him. Which, pretty crazy. Yeah, because, Daisuke could use the win there. Oh, they have awful chemistry. Let's not even do it then. We'll do Kyle O'Reilly instead. Not great. Not great at all. Actually, we'll have Zach get the win here. 16. Zach getting the win. We won't keep him strong. Sorry about your luck, Jimmy Yang. Yeah. Show him, you're gonna leave us for more money. As pretty close though. Sabre getting the win as Zack Sabre Jr. with a Sabre Dragon 1601. Not bad. 66 opener, not bad at all. 58 could be the best match on the show. As Strong Big Japan rolling now. That's so awesome to see as they're beating Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa. Yeah, Daisuke 67. Just 11-point favorite. That's thanks to probably the chemistry boost as well, but it's fucking Strong Big Japan. They're awesome. It was a 71, wow, for Claudio and Hero, as Hero with 78, 71 for Claudio, 47 Bison Smith. Keith Walker almost in the 40s, getting so close. Bison Smith off his game as another Ricola bomb in 12-11. It's a 60 for Taue and Marufuji against Junaki Akatoshi Saito. Taue with a 36, thanks to him being off his game. Really hurt that match. As far as Junakiyama could not really match the level of Marufuji there. So that was actually much worse than the Great Voyage match that they had. I wouldn't say much worse, only 6 point difference, but still, obviously a lot of factors played into the fact of how badly that match did here. This is another, as a 66 though, for this match is Kobashi with the 70s, 69s for Go and Morishima, and 39 for Rikio as Go with Go Flasher in 1627. Again, not enough selling shown. The 72 though for the main event, as Kenta is the best guy in the match, and he gets to go to sleep on Miyahara, who was the best guy for his team, and then Takayama, then Katsuhiko Nakajima, worst guy of the match with a 57, which is hilarious because there's been much worse guys as far as in matches throughout this tour. For him to be the 57, having a 57 and being the worst guy, that's just a tough break there. So yeah, I mean, we should have just trusted Kings of Wrestling a little bit more there, but that's okay. Still delivered thanks to the main event. Damn, alright, down to our final 3 round robin shows. It's getting down to the end, getting down to the wire, as we'll be starting to show the standings basically before every show, just to get a factor of where everybody's at going into the show. So yeah, as we will be there for, should be, well yeah, we won't even have to stop it, we're right here. Just kind of curious, okay. Yep, we'll just keep it going. So we're at almost 6 million, which is great. Prestige is up pretty well at 86. Alright, I'm just kind of curious. We don't have any, like, New Japan guys, which is great for this tour, so I don't have to worry about that, but even if we had to, we had it covered. As I don't want to run Kanto again, obviously, so we'll probably run Kyushi. And yeah, we'll just go with, I'm trying to think, I guess we'll just go with this Central Park Gym in Fuki as main events will be Kings of Wrestling against Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi. And it's going to a time limit draw. So both teams will be going out with 1 point each. So just again, to update the tournament. So Kings of Wrestling and Go Shiozaki. And obviously Kenta Takayama still in the lead with 10 points, and the first 3 teams to reach double digits. Obviously those two getting draws will then lead to an 11 for both teams. And we're going to have Kenta and Takayama, depending on how they do, which we'll just go ahead and add their match, as it's going to be against Taue and Marufuji. We're going to have Takayama get the win over Taue, so now No Mercy of Kenta and Takayama will be the sole number 1 going out of day 7. So that's now we're going to have a race to see what's going to happen between Go and Kobashi, and what's going to happen with the GHC Tag Team Champions. I mean, that's just a tough break, but that's the way she goes here. That's kind of the story behind the time limit draw. They've had 2 title matches in the past, Go and Kenta Kobashi against the Kings of Wrestling. It happened in July, and it happened in January, of course. And basically, the idea is, off the top of my head, I don't remember how long the matches were, but the story is just that Kings of Wrestling nor Go and Kobashi can't beat the other team within the 30 minutes. You know, it'd have to take more than 30. That's why it's a draw. Just the basic story there. Nothing too crazy. And then we'll probably have Strong Big Japan against Jun Akiyama, Akitoshi Saito. With Jun Akiyama, sorry Jun Akiyama, I love you, but you're not going to win this one. Just because the Strong Big Japan have been on a roll, and we're going to give Yujo Bakashi a win over Akitoshi Saito there. But a pretty fun match, though, now that how well that Strong Big Japan have been. I think they'll outperform Jun Akiyama's. I think how good that match would be there. As Morishima Rikio against against Masato Naka, Shuji Ishikawa. As we had Shuji Ishikawa getting the win there. We're changing that, as we're just going to have Morishima get the win over Masato maybe not Masato Naka, Shuji Ishikawa. Just because I feel like Masato Naka's taken a lot of pinfalls as of late there. And in the opener, which we're going to set for Steal the Show, as Miyahara and Nakajima are going to beat the Kensuke Office team of Keith Walker and Bison Smith, as Kenta Miyahara is going to get the win there. As, I don't know what happened there. I don't know why I didn't add it. There we go. That was weird. Oh god, now it's all over the place. There we go. As will have another Jimmy Yang loss. As we obviously just lost to Zach. And I think now he'll lose to... As I'm trying to think who... I mean, I guess we could have Kendo Cashin beat him. Poor fucking Jimmy Yang. I'm just gonna stink as Kendo Cashin get the win. Whew. Sorry about your luck, Jimmy Yang. At least he was extremely unhappy. He wasn't furious. As we'll see. I guess we can look at the rest of the tournament standings. As Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa, and Kensuke Office were tied with Strong Big Japan, Morishima, and Rikio. So obviously, Strong Big Japan will now have 8 points. Miyahara and Nakajima will also have 8 points, and then Morishima and Rikio will also have 8 points. With Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa now officially kind of going to finish mid-tier of the pack, it looks like at least, at this rate, thanks to that loss to Morishima and Rikio. It's still pretty early. It's not too late to where it's decided, but it's still not looking great. Taue and Marufuji finishing with 4 as of right now. Not great. Poor Marufuji get dragged into the mud thanks to Akira Taue, but he's the man though nonetheless. Same thing with Jun Akiyama and Akitoshi Saito. He's just a not as good version as Marufuji, sadly, at this point in his career. Or he'd be in the same boat. He basically is in the same boat now. And then Bison Smith, Keith Walker, 0 points. Not great for the Gaijin team. As Jimmy Yang and Kendo Cashin. As Kendo Cashin almost outperformed him. So he gets the one with the submission. With the Juji Katame as 1,200 people. Good stuff. 60 for, I can't believe it was a 60. As Miyahara and Nakajima with 63, 62. Bison Smith with 47, 37 for Keith Walker. Miyahara the Northern Light Suplex. And 940. So 61 for Morishima and Rikio against Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa. Masato Tanaka with a 55 is terrible. I can't believe he's doing so bad. Ishikawa outperforms Rikio even with his terrible injury. It's hilarious. And then Morishima killing it with 70. Carrying that one. As another 60 here. As, wow. Daisuke with a 64. Best guy in the match, Yuji Kobayashi with a 56. Third best guy in the match, Jun Akiyama, of course, with a 60. And then Saito with a 38. It's a brainbuster for Kobayashi in 1647. A 68 for Kobashi. For Kenta and Takayama against Taue and Marufuji. It's Kenta with a 73, 70 for Marufuji, 57 for Takayama, and a 41 for Taue. It's Takayama with the ever suplex on Taue there. The 68. The 78 for this match. The time limit draw. As Hero the 79. 68 for Kenta Kobashi, 67 for Claudio, and a 65 for Go Shiozaki. Great stuff, though. Great way to end out that show, and one of the better shows we've had. Even in the series so far, which is great. Just awesome stuff there. And we keep on rolling to day 8. Just got 2 more days left. And it's getting down to the wire here. We basically have a 3-team race between No Mercy, Kenta and Go, Shiozaki, and between the Kings of Wrestling. How will that play out? We shall see. As now we've seen now that No Mercy has the lead. But can they keep that lead? Will they blow it? Who knows? Let's just keep it rolling. As poor Jimmy Yang will probably never want to work for us ever again. As that will probably be how that goes. As but obviously the tournament really hasn't changed all that much since we basically ran it down last time. But we got a couple of teams with the opportunity to maybe get double-digit in points. We'll see. We shall see. As we'll have in the main event, Strong Big Japan against Kobashi and Suzuki, and Shiozaki, and Go Shiozaki, Kenta Kobashi will get the win over Strong Big Japan in a big-time win, as Go's getting the win there over whoever it's Daisuke or Kobayashi, either way. Then we'll probably actually do Nakajima, Miyahara, Taue, Marufuji, which I know that seems kind of crazy. But just the way I think that would probably be the best case scenario there is Miyahara will get the win, beating Akira Taue. And then we'll have probably June. Actually, this could steal the show. As Morishima will actually get the win. He's going to beat Jun Akiyama. And we have not done this match before, so that's fun. So Kensuke is going to be the road agent there. And then we got Kenta, I'm about to say Kobashi again, Kenta and Takayama against Keith Walker and Bison Smith. And they will get the win, obviously. And then Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa will lose to the Kings of Wrestling as Hero over Shuji Ishikawa again. We're going to chop that down to 16 this time. Not great, but, their ratings have not been well. Obviously, the Kings of Wrestling's ratings have been well, though. And I think that's how we're going to have the card. I think that's a good card there. And we'll give Jimmy Yang a break, as he's been losing a lot of people. As we'll have it be now. We'll probably do... I'm trying to think if we should do another Johnny the Bull match. Or somebody else. This is the tough part. The Roderick Strong. I guess we could have Roddy beat Jimmy Yang here. As we're kind of towards the end of that. As Jimmy Yang will take the fall. Roderick Strong going to lose. Or going to win, rather. Jesus. As he's going to be super upset by that. Yep, rightfully so. As Jimmy Yang. Let's see how his performance will be. As it is a 44. Not great. He is super pissed. As Roderick Strong beating Jimmy Yang in 1606, or 1607 rather, with the death by Roderick. And that got a 47. It's a 67 for the Kenta Takayama, Bison Smith, Keith Walker match. As Kenta gets him to go to sleep. And that's a 75 for Kenta, 64 Takayama, 46 for Bison Smith, 38 for Keith Walker. Not great for that. And Jun Akiyama breaks his toe. We finally get an injury. 8 days in, as Morishima, best guy in the match with a 69. So we had Jun was off his game, Rikio was really off his game, and just a terrible match there. Terrible stuff. Morishima, though, at least gets the win in 12:42. I think Jun might still be able to finish the tournament. We only have one more day left. And then Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa lost to the Kings of Wrestling as Hero submitting Shuji Ishikawa with a Hangman's Clutch, a 73. Hero, and Claudio with a 68. I don't know what happened there. Didn't hit that 70 mark that he usually does. As Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa coming up short. That's 16:20. And then at 18 minutes, Katsuhiko Nakajima, Kenta Miyahara beat the team of Kiritawa and Naomi Marufuji as Miyahara pinned Taue with a blackout. Hell yeah. It's Marufuji with the 70, best guy in the match. We could have probably gave that one to Marufuji. Probably could have. I don't think it, at the same time, we want to establish Miyahara and Nakajima. Trying to, at least, but I figured their pop would go up a little bit as far as their pop and their in-ring performance. Hasn't really happened, though. Nothing you can really do about that. In the main event, a 68. Figured this would at least hit the 70 mark. But pretty close, though. Besides Joe Kobayashi, that's some good stuff. As Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki get the win as Go with the moonsault on Okabayashi in 1945. As, that's awesome. Awesome stuff. There just wasn't enough, though, to get into the 70s. Just close, though. Very, very close. Kings of Wrestling, again, having the best match on the card. Who would have thought it? And, man, that Jun Akiyama, that tag match was not great. The opener wasn't great. Not good, but we got our final show of the Round Robin tournament, at least, of the formatting here, and I'm sure it's not going to be back-to-back days like it has been as far as the schedule so far, to give these guys a break and hopefully give them a little bit of time. Let's see how many days... Oh, no, it is. It is literally back-to-back. That is tough. As, just kind of see what was happening. Oh, wait a minute. I think Marufuji had an opinion. So, yeah, Kendo Miyahara. Putting over Kendo Miyahara. That's great. Of course, it was Takeshi Rikyu who caused the botch move. Jun Akiyama was going to work through the broken toe. And, against Shuji Ishikawa with that chronic lower back pain. Still going to be out with that for 38 days. Still. That's just nuts. And we're just going to keep this going. As we're back in the Sayama Super Arena. Probably not, to be honest. Just because we obviously have a lot going on. Because obviously, we have of course we have something going on. I was not even thinking, a couple of backstage incidents. It's Kushida, brighten the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of his colleagues. And Kensuke and Miyahara's Kensuke been passing on tips on microphone work to his protege Kento Miyahara. As, yeah, 38,000, that was pretty nuts. I'm just trying to, obviously we have the Osaka show, so maybe we don't do back-to-back Osaka shows. I'm really not. I feel like we should do back-to-back Osaka shows, though, at the same time. Again, I think we don't have enough for really any type of venue besides Osaka. Oh, well, we have the Osaka Dome. I guess we could run, half-capacity Osaka Dome. It's not the worst idea. Yeah, actually, we'll do Castle Hall this show, and then we'll do the Dome. Yeah, there we go. Now we're thinking. Alright, so, again, to go through this final day, Kenta and Takayama are in the lead with 14. Kings of Wrestling, though, with 13, as is Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi. Obviously, it's going to come down to those two teams, and also Kenta and Takayama. If they lose, and Kings of Wrestling and Go and Kenta Kobashi both win, that's the 1 and 2 right there. You don't even have to do like a tiebreaker, because they're both finishing tied, so that'll be the tie-breaking match. No need for one. The finals will be those two teams. So it's all going to come down to those three teams there. But it's awesome to see Miyahara and Nakajima, they were 10. Morishima and Rikiya with 10, which is pretty interesting. I figured they wouldn't finish all that well, but here they are. Maybe Marufuji can get a win here to tie Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa. We shall see. As the main event will be, how about that? Kenta and Takayama and the Kings of Wrestling. And we have the Kings of Wrestling beating No Mercy. Chris Hero will win, beating Yoshihiro Takayama. Of course, Takayama beat him during the Global League, so that's a kind of a win back there for Hero. That's a big-time win. Then we're going to have Go Shiozaki and Kenta Kobashi against Katsuhiko Nakajima and Kento Miyahara. And we have Go and Kenta Kobashi getting the win, but that will be changed. That will be changed because I want to have Katsuhiko Nakajima beat Go Shiozaki. For the story of it. And poor Go has had just a tough go of it. He lost to Miyahara to end out the Global League thanks to Katsuhiko Nakajima getting involved. And now Katsuhiko Nakajima cost him the finals of the Tag League with Kobashi. That is big tough. And Kensuke is going to be the road agent. Go's a little upset. Kind of rightfully so. That's okay. We'll keep him strong. He should be okay. So, yeah. So, that leads our tournament to be Kenta and Takayama and the Kings of Wrestling. The Kings of Wrestling will win the Global Tag League as of right now. But what will happen when the actual match happens? Will Kenta get the win? Will Takayama get the win? It's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we just saw Hero win for the Kings Wrestling team. So we got quite a conundrum. Right there before the bell, too, at 27, close to right before the bell. So now for the rest of the card. We'll throw Taue and Marufuji against Smith and Walker for now. Marufuji's going to get the win. He will have 6 points. Morishima and Rikiya against Strong Big Japan. Strong Big Japan will get the win as Daisuke is going to beat Rikiya. And Rikiya is extremely upset. Actually, I'm fine with that. Fuck it. Not going to keep him strong. And then Masato Tanaka, Shuji Ishikawa against Jun Akiyama. We're giving Uncle Jun the win here. So he's going to beat Shuji Ishikawa with the Exploder. There we go. As, we'll probably Strong Big Japan there. And, I think this is a pretty fun card. We'll have this set to steal the show. So I'll just make sure. Yeah, man, that was back at the Great Voyage Tour in February. Was not great. We'll see what happens here. So the opener. Obviously, we want to get away from Jimmy Yang and company. So I'm going to throw Yuji Hino out there in another match. Thanks to his Osaka rating not being so great. So we'll see what heavyweight we can. I can throw Kensuke at him. Just do Kensuke and Yuji Ino. That'd be fun. What a fun dream match. Those two beefy boys gonna beat the shit out of each other. Just obviously two different shades of their, I wouldn't say shades, I guess different times of their careers. I don't know why I said shade. As we'll see how it goes. As it's a 67, Yuji Ino with a fucking 64, and it's good chemistry. Yeah, they would. It'd be fucking awesome. It's Kensuke with a 79. As he gets to win the King Buster over Yuji Ino in 10-27. Rather, as a fun opener. Fun opener in Osaka Castle Hall. It's the opener of the Tag League part of the show. It is Masato Tanaka and Shuji Ishikawa against Jun Akiyama and Akatoshi Saito. As, yeah, the wrong team won. But that's okay. I wanted to give Jun Akiyama a win. And because of his broken toe, kind of hurt him a little bit. It's kind of crazy. Shuji Ishikawa's kind of working through the pain, it seems like. Because he got a 52 there. Plus, I think that played more into their strengths, having like a 10-minute match as well. It's another 56. It's Marufuji with a 69. 40s all across the board in some different type of ways. It's a 49 for Bison Smith, 42 for Keith Walker, and a 40 for Taue. It's a Tiger Frozen for Naomichi Marufuji. That is not... That ain't it. That is not it. Oh boy. I don't like that. As, we have Strong Great Japan over Morishima Rikio. It's Daisuke Sakamoto with a high angle German suplex over Rikio. Daisuke with a 75. Awesome. Awesome. Morishima with a 74. 69 for Yuji Kobayashi. And a 43 for Rikio there. Good stuff. It's a 74 for Go and Kenta Kobashi against Katsuki Nakajima and Kento Miyahara as the Kensuke Office team beats the Go Shiozaki Kenta Kobashi team as Nakajima beating Go Shiozaki with a bridging German suplex, and that's a 66 for Nakajima, 72 for Go Shiozaki. Pretty close there. Kobashi carrying this one, really, as far as the 78, and Miyahara getting dragged to this one. No, not really, though. I mean, it's a little bit extreme to say all that. And a 76 main event, Kenta with an 85, Chris here with a 92, as he beats Yoshihiro Takayama with a death blow, and Claudio with a 76, 60 for Takayama. So this is kind of what the idea will be for this now rematch. What's going to happen the very next night now. But Kenta and Takayama take the fall here. Will they get the win on the final show? At the Great Voyage in Osaka show. At the Osaka Dome. We shall see. And the rest of the card, which I really have no idea what we're going to do. As we're going to give some love to Chris Hero, of course. So we're going to give some love to Takeshi Rikio for putting over Daisuke like that, even though he's very upset about that. And then Kenta as well. Because, well, he's Kenta. He's awesome. Maybe Kenta Kobashi. Yeah, let's give some love to Kenta Kobashi. There we go. Chris Hero's happy. Kyo seemed pleased. And Kenta Kobashi was pleased. Perfect. Alright, so, yeah, we're going to stop the recording now. I feel like we've been recording for a while. 30 straight minutes. As, we'll stop it. I'll get my plans together. Obviously, we know 2 matches on the card, so we just got to figure out the rest. And, and then we'll run down the card before we actually put it in the game, obviously. And that will be the end of the episode. Oh, and 0-1 has closed. Wow. Down goes 0-1. As, they're not down yet, I don't think. We might buy them out. I didn't want to, but I think we might. Nah, it'd kind of be a waste, to be honest, to buy them out. Yeah, we'll just let them. I'll just let them die. 4-0-1. We're gonna have to die. But, hey, hell of a run, though. Hell of a run. And, yep, we'll, see you with the card. Alright, the card looks like this. Obviously, we already knew the finals going into it. Kings of Wrestling versus Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama. I mean, what an interesting position both teams are in. Obviously, Kings of Wrestling, the current GHC Tag Team Champions. If they win the Tag League, they don't have a future challenger because of that. But they obviously have lost to, Katsuhiko Nakajima and Kento Miyahara, so that you would assume that'd be a challenger in mind. But here's Kenta and Yoshihiro Takayama. Just lost to him. Kenta just took a pinfall as the GHC Heavyweight Champion to Chris Hero. He's got a chance to get that win back. Could even dish out some punishment to Claudio and get a win over Claudio there. I mean, you have a lot of different factors. I love this. I love it. I love it. as far as this opportunity. Also, Hero could even pin Kenta here, which would be crazy. To get a future title shot in the future, obviously, as far as Chris Hero goes, he's been the best guy on the roster. So you would assume that's another position we could go to there. So we got the European Navigation coming up. That'd be a perfect opportunity to do that on that show. As far as a title shot between Chris Hero and Kenta, or I guess a title match in that case. Co-main event, Shibata again in the co-main, taking on now the former challenger, Takashi Sugiura. And obviously Shibata just beat Go in the last co-main event, so he's just kind of waiting in anticipation is kind of what this match, it's kind of the idea behind this, because if Kenta wins with Takayama, obviously that's what's going to happen first, is the tag title match between the Kings of Wrestling and them. So he'll have to wait even more for when that match happens, because we have the European Navigation coming up. We'll see what happens on that card. But as far as Shibata, what's his plans for Kenta? He is still wanting and eyeing that heavyweight title that Kenta has. I mean, this is very much a have to keep ready, want to stay in shape still, want to stay in ring shape and take on a worthy challenger in Takashi Sugiura. Then we have in the next match, Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki, the third team, the runner-ups, if you will, of the finals, taking on, in an old timeline, the Chaotic Pitbulls, but in this timeline, they are just a Marishi and Orokugoto of New Japan. Very fun match this is. Obviously 4 men that are awesome and will never be in the same ring at the same time. Only in this mod we can make that happen, and that'd be very fun to see. It's Kensuke Office of Kensuke Sasaki and Katsuki Nakajima taking on the dream team of Takeshi Morishima and Yuji Hino. Love that team on paper. Obviously, Yuji Hino very much early on in his career, but if he can get going, as far as pop-wise, there's no telling what he could do. He's the fucking man, and to have him and Morishima, 2 beefy boys, teaming up, love it. Love that team there. That's a fun match. It's the junior tag team title matchup. Obviously, we knew that one going in as well. Low-Key and Kanemaru against Laughter 7. And then as a reward for Marufuji and Drew Nakayama having to carry Akitoshi Saito and Kira Taue throughout the tour of the 2012 Global Tag League, they will take on their partners and team up with each other, as Naomichi Marufuji and Drew Nakayama will take on their tag partners of Akitoshi Saito and Akira Taue to let out some frustration for carrying them throughout the tour. Junior tag match is the second match of the card, Yin and Yang. You know what's going to happen there. They're taking on Red Dragon. And Ultimo Dragon, another dragon on the card, taking on Yoshinori Agawa in the opener, which should be a shit show. But yeah, that's the card. That's what it's looking like. We'll see how many people will be in this Osaka Dome. As I'm hoping for half capacity. If it's 55, I'm hoping for 35, Alright. There we go. 55, we got 35. Works for me. I rather sell, basically, we're close to as far as 16. We're basically doubling if we do Osaka Dome, even though it's half capacity still. I'll take, 35,000 people. I'll take that 9 times out of 10 over the 16 at this point. As, and I think that's a fun kind of setting for this Great Voyage of Osaka Volume 2 show. And I want to make sure... Okay, we have no backstages. That's perfect. See who's absent. It's Goto is not... Oh, he's got to work New Japan. Didn't think about that one. Man, oh man. That sucks. That was an awesome match, too. Damn. Alright. We'll figure something else out. As, the main event. Kenta, Takayama, Kings of Wrestling. And, would you look at that? Kenta and Takayama are your Global Tag League winners, which will set up a future title match between the 2 teams. So they are 1-1, and now they are having their title match to determine who's going to win the trilogy. We're in a great spot because, obviously, with Kenta being now the GHC Heavyweight Champion, now going to have a shot to being a double champion, but also, Chris Hero is somebody that has been just kind of fantastic throughout this series so far. He's definitely been, besides like him and Shibata, as far as like top performers, like Hero's probably number one, which is crazy to think about. And he has a great opportunity here because let's say in the title match he beats Kenta. He's now got a future title match there, and then also you have Kenta. He could be a double champion. A lot of interesting things happening. Plus, Kenta Kobashi and Go Shiozaki, where do they play in all this? Because obviously they had the draw with KOW, and with Kenta and Takayama, just to kind of remind everyone again that they beat them. Day one. Go and Kenta beat Kenta and Takayama. So that, they have a legitimate, as far as, will we do a triple threat in that case? Will we do 2v2v2? Because, that team in Kenta, Kobashi, and Go Shiozaki have a very valid reason of being in that title match. Very interesting. Very, very fun, and I think that's a great... We could have went with Kings of Wrestling, and sure, that would have been fun. But just something like that, where having Kenta being a global tag league winner and now going to have a chance to be even the GHC tag champion, as well as being the GHC heavyweight champion, is very, very fun. Plus, also playing up to, having Katsuri Shibata. And he's still waiting. He's going to be waiting in the wing even more to have his title match against Kenta. Such is just awesome. And he's going to beat Shibata, or he's going to beat Sujoro there, is Shibata. And that's a fun co-main. Well, what would have been a great match in Kenta Kobashi, Go Shiozaki, Hiroki Goto, and Tomoe Ishii can now not happen. I'm fucking devastated, because that match was going to be awesome. And now we can't do that. And it's now at the point to where I should have just looked at the schedule, but I didn't. I figured, hey, we're able to use like Tiger Mask, so we'll probably be able to use New Japan guys. No. Obviously, Tiger Mask, and like, it's just kind of where do we go? Do we do Ishii and Tiger Mask? Even though obviously Ishii at one time or another was Black Tiger Mask, so that'd kind of be a interesting team. We could go with somebody else entirely. I think we're just gonna leave that blank for now. I guess blank. We'll just kind of leave it as is for now. We'll just keep on trucking to the next match with Kensuke Office of Kensuke Sasaki and Katsuki Nakajima against Takeshi Morishima and Yuji Hino. Kensuke again beating Yuji Hino this time, or this time in a tag match. Should be very, very fun though. And then we'll go to the junior tag match of Low-Ki and Kanemaru against Laughter 7. We got new junior heavyweight tag team champions in Low-Ki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. No Mercy are again the junior tag champs, which is funny because obviously at the start of this mod they had it and they vacated them. Obviously with Kenta moving up to heavyweight officially, and they get the win back. Would have loved to see Kushida and Kendo Kashin go on a nice little run, but they suck chemistry wise, so it's like, well, I'm gonna stop that immediately, and that's what happened there. As Marufuji and Jun Akiyama against Taue and Akatoshi Saito. Marufuji's going to beat Kira Taue. Of course, we had Taue as the road agent. There we go. And then Yin and Yang, Red Dragon. Of course, Kyle O'Reilly going to beat Jimmy Yang there. Jimmy Yang very upset. And then the opener, Ultimo Dragon, Yoshinari Ogawa, which will be a god-awful match. We're going to give that 8 minutes. So, try to give that as less time as we possibly can. Just kind of curious on who. Okay, it's just it's because we haven't added the pre-booked thing yet. So I'm just, let's just kind of see who it could be to take on Kobashi and Go. Because there's not a lot of options. Not a lot of options. So we're gonna go strong Big Japan. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go Daisuke and Yuji. Of course, they just had their global tag league match where they won. It's really no point of having this match again. But, we'll have it for now. And just kind of see who else we can get. Because there's really not a lot of people. We can use Johnny Stamboli and someone. We can use Stamboli and, God, I don't even know who else it would make sense for him to have him team with. Yeah, I just, yeah, I guess, we could do Ishii and Masato Tanaka. That kind of be a fun match. Masato Tanaka at that point wasn't, I guess he is technically a New Japan guy, but still, kind of at that point, he had been more, obviously, 0-1. Now 0-1's closing. We were kind of in a prime spot to maybe even sign him exclusively, but I'm trying to think, never open weight title picture scene, in Intercontinental title scene. Obviously, he was kind of a somewhat of a major force in the early years of the Intercontinental scene. So, I mean, I guess we still get a New Japan Noah tag match, as we'll have Go still beat Ishii, though. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not Goto, but it's something, though. At least it's better than nothing, I would say. And we'll have it still be in this spot here. How we doing? Still Drew Nakayama with a broken toe. Other than that, we're good to go. I'll think about adding a pre-show match or two. We'll just kind of see what we got. As far as probably a Keno match. Keno and Tiger Mask. There we go. We got a match figured out. Give him 10. Tiger Mask gets the win. No problem. So, let me net that. And then the next match, we'll have it be a junior tag match again, because we have so many junior teams. We got Momo no Solution Tag against Anti-No Mercy Union. There we go. But we'll have to use Ayagi instead. Yeah. And, I'm trying to think. I've never done this match before. We'll have Kotori Suzuki get the win, though. There we go. Alright. Let's just make sure everything's okay still. Yep. Everything's good to go. At the Osaka Dome. Let's see how it goes. 68. Tiger Mask and Keno have good chemistry. How fun. I mean, this definitely could have been the opener. 34,000 people in the Osaka Dome. I mean, yeah, this probably should have been the opener. I didn't expect them to have good chemistry there. There's a 65 for the junior tag match of Kotori Suzuki and Atsushi Aoki over Daisuke Harada and Atsushi Kotoge. I still probably would have kept this as the pre-show match, even though I know it's going to do better than probably the opener. But the opener, I wanted to have a junior match, junior singles match, because we've had... That would have been 3 junior tag matches on the card, and that's just a little too much, I think. And I wanted to give some variety. Have 2 singles matches on the card, not just 1. Yeah, it's a 50. It didn't click. That's great. As Ultimo Dragon with a outside DDT in 8 minutes over Yoshinari Agawa. Let's keep this train rolling. Let's get back on track here. Our 59. Not great. Yoshitone, best guy in the match, thanks to Jimmy Yang. We jobbed him out, maybe a little too hard, but Yoshitone with a 59 is awesome to see. So happy to see him doing well there. So he gets, as Kyle O'Reilly taps out Jimmy Yang with an ankle lock. Red Dragon finally beat Yin and Yang. Boy, oh boy. I thought it would be enough. It's funny that Taue and Akatoshi Saito have excellent chemistry. That's fucking hilarious. As, of course they would. As, Naomi Fuji pinning Akira Taue with a Shirin Yu in 10:01. We got a new tag team in as for Pro Wrestling Noah. That's great. It was a 65. There we go. Back on track. And we got new junior tag team champions and Low-Key and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Is Low-Key with the ghetto stomp at 12:14. Low-Key carrying this one thanks to Kushida and Kendo Kashin's absolutely zero chemistry between the two there. And yeah, Kanemaru did better than Kushida. That's just, thank God we quickly pivoted away from that team of that Laughter 7 junior team. And this match, wow. Yuji Ueno with like no pop, and Morishima and Yuji Ueno have excellent chemistry. Perfect, just perfect. Oh, what a mod, what a mod. As Morishima and Yuji Ueno, get ready for more of that, because that is awesome. Close. I mean, it's very, very close to the wrong team winning, as Kensuke Sasaki with the Northern Light Bomb on Yuji Ueno in 15:48. Hell yeah. So 72 for Kobashi and Go Shiozaki against Masato Tanaka and Tomohiro Ishii. Again, didn't give this match enough time. But Kobashi with 78, 77 for Ishii, 71 for Go, 62 for Masato Tanaka. So yeah, Ishii, of course, I mean, figured he would kill it, but also, he's a New Japan guy. Figured we'd have the Noah guys get the win there. Does Go with the Go Flasher. And 80 for Shibata and Tsujura. Of course they have great chemistry. Yeah. Inject into my fucking veins, says Katsura Shibata, beating Takashi Tsujura in 2030 with a PK kick. Please be a good mate. Please be good. And 85! Holy shit. Wow. What a match. Wrong team won, for fucking sure, as Chris Hero, best guy in the match with 86, Kenta with an 83, Claudio in the 80s now, perfect, and Yoshihiro Takayama getting dragged to this one, as what a Global Tag League Finals. We get an 85. Hell yeah, all the hard work paying off. We increased our pop in all the regions but one. An 85 main, an 80 co-main. Had a pretty, I love the structure of this card. As far as just would have loved, probably would have flipped Red Dragon and Yin and Yang with Marufu Jinjun, Taue, and Akatoshi Saito. Other than that, obviously, probably actually then switch out Tiger Mask Keno with Ultimo Dragon and Yoshinari Agawa. Which then, even then, I guess we could have put before the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Title matchup. But even then, I love the card. We got an 82 show rating, 85 match quality. Just perfect. God bless Claudio. God bless Kenta. And God bless Chris Hero for that performance by those three men to make that a reality. Great stuff. How about pro wrestling? No. Sure, people are getting signed elsewhere, and I'm being very conservative with my money. But that's okay, because I think it's working out. I think we're still doing mighty fine with how we're doing it. We're doing per-show deals. I'm not signing anybody to a per-month basis. We don't need to be spending millions of dollars. As far as contracts go, we don't need to be doing all that. We're fine. We're making money. We're doing our thing. Look at 0-1. They were just having handshake deals, and they're now basically going to be on the brink of bankruptcy here. They're a million in the hole. We're doing just fine. Is DDT getting better? Yes. Is Dragon Gate getting better? Yeah. But I don't think, I don't see them as competition as of yet. I see only New Japan really as the main competition. As far as for us right now, Tsujura is going to be gone. It's fine. Hey, way to put over the kid on the way out. And now for this European Navigation Tour is going to be quite interesting. Because, and it's funny that again, how we have lined up these schedules with the New Japan series and the Noah series. How we are now going to do in both back-to-back days, obviously, because those episodes are going to come out back-to-back. That will be in the British Isles for both those episodes. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. As, well, actually, no, I think... No, we will. We will. I was thinking that we were going to be a little bit off on that, but no, I believe that is... Yeah, that will be correct. As far as perfect. Wow, that's fun. How exciting that would be. As, yeah, we'll do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, as we are almost $7 million ahead. We're just raking in money. Great stuff. And I'm sure we'll lose some money with this European Navigation Tour. Because it's a long tour. We made it 5 days. And, yeah, our size is, I want to say it's in the single digits. Yep, 7. Which, that's what they did. They did European Navigation Tours in 2011 and in 2012, I believe, as well. Because they were at a relationship WXW at the time. So, sure, would it be smart to just get rid of this? Yeah. But we could have some fun with it, and I think it would be pretty fun to do just something different and something kind of unique, I want to say, for that European Navigation Tour. At least, I think that's as far as that goes. I don't know how our roster is as far as pop-wise. We'll look real quick before we sign off the episode in the British Isles. As we'll just do 20 for now. We'll just see if anyone... Oh my god, no one's there. Whew, this is going to be a bad tour right here. Let's see if it's 10. Okay, so at least we got some people kind of over. Whew. Yeah, that ain't it. Mm-mm-mm. I was hoping Zach would probably... Yeah, I mean, Zach's probably going to be the closest guy to be in any type of... that we'll have. We'll probably have to get some outside talent in the region, which is fine. We'll use some British NE guys, or even WXW guys, if we need to. If we need to run Germany. Because it is just a European navigation. We don't have to run the British Isles. I guess we could run just Europe instead of... Yeah, because I guess, we should run Europe. I'm an idiot. Instead of British Isles. So it'll be close. It'll be the British Isles, and we'll be in Europe. So we'll be relatively close, but just not right there. So yeah, we'll... which is still 7, so at least I was right on that part. So yeah, I'll have to look and see what the pop is now. I'm an idiot. I can't believe... Yeah, like I look like an uncultured swine now. But I was just thinking of the Royal Quest tour. It all had me flabbergasted. With all the series were combining into one for me, but so we'll see. Yeah, it's pretty much the same there. As I'm sure we'll probably run, as far as, we'll look at the game world, as far as, I'm assuming Central Europe, obviously. I think that'll probably be our best bet to run, like, Germany, because, like, Eastern Europe, like, Russia, probably shouldn't be doing that. Doesn't seem like a great idea. But yeah, I don't think we might... I think we're just going to stay in the Central Europe spots. I mean, it just seems like that's the best idea for everybody involved. But there we go. At least we got it all figured out. Crisis averted. As, yeah, we'll catch you guys for the European navigation. Take care.